and I believe Keith. No, it was not Keith. It was the 7 of Chief, then Keith, then Dewdropping, and also Miller. Doing all right, Kush?
Yeah, we're doing good, man. Just got in here a little late. Was having a little trouble getting my stream going, so but we're good, man. How you been?
Doing good, doing good. Just trying to stay awake, you feel me?
Long day, long day. Yeah, I hear that, man. All right, so I see it looks like we got Grim. Grim won that stage. So we got about 7 trucks in this Group B. Is that what we're looking like?
Yeah, tell me about that. What is the Group B do? Like, what is, like, is it like a transfer spot to Group A?
Well, this is my understanding of it. Group B is they divided everybody up, you know, amongst talent. There's no real. It's not like A is like the A team or B is like the B team. They split them up equally, so there's talent amongst both groups, and you know, so the talent's distributed and dispersed equally throughout the 2 groups. But really, it's just to cut down the number of trucks on the track. And you know, this is a young season, a young league, so they want to try to get more racing than pacing, is my understanding.
Okay.
So the less trucks, you know, we want to get these guys groomed, because I believe in week 5, which we're in week 3 now, week 5, they're planning on opening up the Xfinity Series, and the top guys who are running, you know, really well right now in this will be able to move up and advance into the Xfinity Series. So it's just, you know, a little different, because we cut down the numbers in Cup as well, because there were some guys that were up there that weren't necessarily ready to be in Cup just yet, you know, as far as there's just a lot more learning for you know, a few more of these drivers. So
All right, so we will be see a Group A race, and will the best out of the both groups like race each other, or?
I think what's going to happen is we'll have these guys, they'll run, and A and B they'll run, and you know, they'll be in their points, their own little separate points battles in A and B, and then when the playoffs come, you'll combine the 2 groups and they'll race each other, kind of like K&N East and West, something similar to that.
Okay.
So
That makes a lot of understanding. That does help.
yeah, so that's my understanding of it. You know, I had to touch base with Ridge to get, you know, 100% clarity on that, but that's from my understanding. That's what's going on. But we got a lead change here. 19's able to get by this 50 truck. It's like that's for first position. So.
Oh yeah, that 19 truck's been on the rear end of Grim Reaper for a couple laps now.
T-Gall.
He couldn't get quite there on the first stage, but he's there on the second stage. Oh, they get with each other.
They're touching, but you know, rubbing's racing, and this is dirt racing too, so a little bit of touching is a little more tolerable here than maybe at a track like Dover, or, well, that was quite a bit of contact there, though.
That was quite a bit contact right there. I don't think you like that little bump on the back stretch.
That's for sure. So, yeah, well, while they're doing that, it's looking like this 12 truck's trying to creep up in the picture, and he says, hey, man, let me get up in this, get some of this action, you know. It looks like they're 3 truck. Well, it looks like we got about 5 trucks, honestly, that's pulled away, but yeah, the top 3 look like they're running pretty close, and you got 2 more right after them. So
yeah, we have the number 19 and 50 keep battling with each other. We can see Code Doom and 12 try to join on this action, try to sweep right on by them.
Looks like our pole sitter hit a 6, and everybody else was an 8 or worse. So yeah, this is going to be a, you know, a lot of these guys aren't used to the dirt either. You know, you got a lot of asphalt guys, so if they're not running dirt on a regular, this can be a little demanding. Depends on how much, you know, practice and time they put in running here as well. And I think you'll be able to see. I would think that your top 2 drivers, and I think the 12 too, but these guys they've been strong all season. And I believe Grim was up. Grim has got Cup potential. He's running here because I believe there is no Xfinity Series right now, so that's why he's down here. But he has all the tools and all the capable, you know, things to be a Cup driver. as of right now. I think it's a little. I think his was an internet issue. Was more or less what was holding him back there. So
I got you. But I do recognize some of these names in the Cup Series for the past 2 weeks.
Okay.
Like isn't Grim Reaper in the Cup Series as well?
Grim was in the Cup Series. I think he got moved down. Because, like I was saying, I think the plan is to, kind of decrease the numbers, because the numbers that we were having, it's tough. It's not a lot of room, and the first 2 races. And like I said, once again, it's it's a inaugural season, new league and everything, and for it to be able to last, we just got to lower the numbers and get more racing than pacing. And I think with the less cars, it's going to cause less commotion. Because I feel like if you got 27 cars on the track and you get a guy who's used to running in a league, let's say, and he's only used to running with like 10 guys, when he falls back to 27th or 20th or something, they're panicking. So every position they're trying to make up, like it's a home run hit every time. So, to slow that down, we're just moving guys where I think they're going to be able to progress the best. And I think guys like Grim, he'll be down here. He can push guys like TJ here, T Galt in the 18, and the 12 truck as well. So you got guys like Keith. He's a veteran of the truck series. Hasn't had a whole lot of chance to run in a lot of leagues of this magnitude with the numbers and stuff like that. So a lot of times I think what it is, if these guys are new to a league, sometimes because I remember our first race, we went to Daytona, and I'm like, wow, we had 27 cars, and we had 30 or so plus at our Bristol last year, and with Mid-Atlantic, and I had myself back, and I'm going, wow, man, holy crap, look at all these cars, and so for somebody who's not used to it, and I'm used to that type of racing, so for a guy who's not used to it, it could be very overwhelming and a little bit discouraging too, if you're losing positions and and things of that nature. So
I still got another one. I'm seeing Miller all the way in the back, but I thought he was a good Cup driver.
I think Miller, to be honest, is one of the captains. I'm not sure if a caution's out or if that was for the stage. I'm guessing it was a stage. Looks like Grim, if that is for the stage, looks like Grim's going to get the second stage win of the night.
Yeah, it was the stage. It was stage. I saw Miller racing that last little bit of seconds.
I want to say Miller, in my opinion, I don't think Miller got moved down. I think Miller is just... There's guys on the bubble, and they have the option of running or not running, but I think Miller's actually possibly helping out tonight.
Okay. Makes sense.
He's a veteran driver. Okay, Rich, I got you, buddy. Yep. Yeah, so that's what we got. Demolition Derby at Bristol tomorrow, 9 Eastern. I'm not sure what series. We'll get more information on that, but there is a Demolition Derby tomorrow night at Bristol, 9 Eastern. So we'll be live again for that. It should be a heck of a race. I don't know who all plans on running it. I think everybody's eligible, even us commentators. So I'd rather be up in the booth, though, to be honest with you. I'd love to call that race.
I wouldn't want to be in the Demolition Derby because it may be a fun race, but I'll get mad as crap. Oh, it's the 19. Gets right in the Grim Reaper.
Oh, they're 3 wide. Oh, they're 3 wide. That 12, that 12 said, hey, boys, hang on. You guys been leading long enough now. It's time for me to code Dylan.
Oh, that number 2 is coming up there now. Dewdropping.
That's another one. Dewdropping. He's another one that's got Cup potential. We got the 12 right here of Code Dylan. He's another one that started off in the Cup and kind of I'm not gonna say he got demoted. He got moved down, and he should be moving back up. I would think.
The 2 is sideways. I believe that was Keith in the wall. Yep. Backwards as he turns around.
Yeah, so
I don't see a caution yet.
Our official results for stage 2 was the 50 in first place, the 19 I believe that is the 12, the 2, the 17, the 7, and then the 87. So that's going to be our results for stage 2. So I just come across the wire now.
And I believe, is it 3 stages or 4 stages in the trucks?
This one should be 3 stages. This is a final stage. I'm not sure exactly how many laps. I want to say, 23 laps to go. Rich just said 23 to go. So it's a short one. So yeah, we're calling a couple little heat races tonight. Nothing too extreme. I hope a lot of these guys have
continue.
No, I was gonna say I hope these guys have a little bit better luck than what I had last week with the connection issues. I'm hoping everybody's able to be able to finish. That's what I was gonna say.
And I know the stage 3 is gonna be a little bit different than stage 1 and 2 because we got Code Dillon up in the lead trying to pull away from the 19 and the 50.
Yeah, and I think it's looking like they're trying to gain. They gain like from entry to center, but from maybe about 3/4 to exit, it's looking like this 12's got it rolling pretty decent. Maybe he was laying in the weeds and just, he really had to push right there. I felt he had to really push to get the job done, which this guy here, I believe Code Dillon already has 2 stage wins. He won the 2 stages, I believe, in the truck series at Daytona. Let me see here. I'll go back and look at some of my notes. When we look on board with these guys, yeah, so yes, Desert, no, actually I'm wrong, that's Code Dillon. Desert Commando had the 2 stage wins at Daytona, and Penn's 1984 won the Daytona race. So that's totally different. I was thinking it was the same driver.
Like, is it we're going to have the same amount of people in the field in the Group A?
In Group A, there may be more, give or take a few. I'm not sure how many was supposed to be in this one tonight. So there may have been a few drivers that were supposed to have been in B that were not. They're going to be 13 in A. So, yeah, there'll be
13 in A. Ooh.
Yeah, there's going to be 13 in Group A. So, yeah, that puts them roughly around 20 altogether. Somewhere in there, give or take a few. Some people did not make it on time. So maybe we had some people getting in late, kind of like me, myself, and was not able to make it into the B, so they'll run in A. So.
All right.
I'm not sure.
We got Ridge right in the probably on the front row seat right now watching, don't we?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's watching this baby, man. I mean, I gotta say this is one of the best leagues I've been a part of, and I've been doing league racing for a really, really long time. And this guy, he's doing it the right way. So kudos to him and all the drivers, man, that make this happen. And of course you and we're here calling the races, helping, and everybody involved, man. It takes a team, team effort. So looks like that 50's coming though, man. He's finally cleared T. Galt back there, and he's made his way towards this 12. So I'm guessing we're coming to within about 10 laps to go. We got to be within about 10ish to go. So
it's like 10 or 12 to go.
Yeah. So it's gonna be an interesting little battle right here to the end. What do you think?
I believe there's probably gonna be a bumper run between maybe 3 to 4 to go. I wouldn't think it would be on the last lap.
But to be
Unless
fair,
he keeps coming the way he is, he's going to pass him on the outside.
He'll just roll around him on the outside. He's got her wound up there. But I was going to say, to be fair, touch back on what you were saying, remember the 12 did push it in there 3 wide and bing, bang, boom, and knock them guys out the way to get that top spot. So if it were to happen back to him, I don't think he'd be too mad about that, honestly, because,
Shoot, I wouldn't be mad about it because I know if I would put my nose where it didn't belong and I got that spot, I already know I got repercussions coming my way. He's probably not thinking the same thing. He's probably hoping it'll be a clean little pass. But Grimm is getting a strong outside run.
He's holding her up there, isn't he?
Oh, he takes it low.
They're coming up on lap traffic as well. They got the 17, and I believe that's the 17 of Keith.
And we got Grimm taking the lead over to Code Dillon now as he's trying to take the inside.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. We may not be done with this. The 12's still right there, and if this is going to be an exciting finish. I have a feeling.
Oh, it's going to be one hell of a finish. And I know I think the 12 wasn't pushing it all night, but he's pushing all the horses out of that exhaust pipe right now, trying to get everything he can out of that truck. Silverado versus Silverado. Oh, they're touching again. Oh, man. I don't think they're going to catch that lap car if they keep racing like this. The 19 of Galt will come up here if he has to.
Yeah, that's gonna be the interesting thing. I'm gonna look on back. He's not able to catch. These guys are racing pretty hard, and they're still maintaining a pretty decent advantage over third position. But I think that 50's got the line he wants. I think that's the preferred line. Yeah, as he's able to inch ahead right there. He's not clear. He come up. He thought he's clear now. Oh, crossover.
Yeah, they got that crossover. Code Dillon's not out of it. He wants this win.
These guys, like I said, we got 5 to go. So right there, that time by 5 to go. As we count them down, this guy here is no slouch in the 12.
Man, they're racing all parts of the track. They're racing all parts of the track. I got nothing to say about that.
Crossover.
Oh, they keep touching? Oh, man. This is actually really interesting. I didn't think stage 3 was going to be of a fight.
We got
crossover.
Yes, sir. Crossover after crossover. Ridge Rat's in agreement with us. Crossover. You would have thought they were playing basketball the way they're crossing over.
Code Dillon's got the lead right now. I think it'll become
last lap right here.
Last lap.
This is last lap, so it's looking like the 12. The 12 may be able to get it done. Oh, the 50 hits the wall. The 19 may catch him, though, on exit. Let's see.
Then we got Code Dillon with the win. Oh, no, these trucks are still going.
Okay, so I believe that was white flag there. This is last lap. My bad on that one, guys. It's hard to tell without having a working ticker. Yeah, that's the end of it right there. So
yeah, that's the end of it.
He did push it pretty tough to try to get there, but he comes short. So I think we'll have official results.
That one little mistake cost him.
So
Code Dillon with the win.
Race over. So Code Dillon with the win. Congratulations in the 12 truck, Code Dillon. That is 3 races this season and 3 different races, and I just have to say this because I'm driving a Chevy, but that's 3 different races, and Chevy's won all 3 so far this season. So we'll see if Chevy continues to have the same luck in the next race. But yeah. All 3 truck races. Yeah, we can
get these 3 guys in here for an interview.
Yeah, we'll try to get them in here and see what they have to say real quick, man. Talk to who is it we got to dial up here? Code Dillon.
Yeah, Code Dillon, Grim Reaper, and T-Galt.
We'll get Grim. We'll get the winner in first, or at least try. We'll see if we can get him in here. So give me a second while we get these boys in. Yeah, so Code Dillon, Grim, T-Galt, Dewdrop, Cush Miller, Keith, and Chief. That is your race results. Invite top 3. So we're going to go and we're going to get Code Dillon, Grim, and T-Galt. I just invited Grim, our second place finisher. Code Dylan YT, T Galt 18, and Grim Reaper 51. I just sent Grim an invite, so we'll see if he comes. Oh, let's go to your... Yeah, I suggested one to the party. Might have to do it through the actual game itself. How we're at the main menu right now, we may have to just invite them from that. Would be my guess. Let's see. So we got Grim an invite out. We'll see if he shows. Oops. I'm gonna get Code Dylan in here. He ought to be pretty excited, I believe. Looks like we got a third person in here. And T Galt's here. So, all right, boys, hang on one at a time. We got T Galt, and he is our third place finisher. So, hey, buddy, how you doing? Okay, well, you put on a show in that 19 truck, man. That was some good racing between you and the 50 there in the first two stages, and then it looked like the third stage, the 12 said, "Hey, man, it's time for me to go," and he shot in there, put it 3 wide. You guys got in the 3 wide. It looked like a little fiasco, and then he was able to shoot out. And tell us a little bit about your race, though. Top 3 finish, man. Okay. Well, as you know, this is third race into the season. How do you feel, and what are your expectations for the rest of the year? And how do you feel about, of course, you guys are going to be in Group B, and you got Group A. The guys from Group B will be with the Group A guys when the playoffs come. So how do you feel about your chances of being able to make that playoff, kind of like an East and West series? Okay. You got anything for him over there?
That's
Exotic?
you actually got it nailed it on the ball out of the ballpark and everything with those questions.
Okay. Well, all right, man. Well, congratulations, and yeah, we look forward to speaking to you quite a few more times this year, man, because you had a really strong truck, and you guys were slinging that dirt, putting it to them, and you guys put on a pretty good show there at the end. I was, pretty fun to watch. So. All right, buddy. Yep. All right. Do we got Grim? Are you there, Grim? You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, what's going on, man? Strongest truck it looked like for most of the day. You got the first 2 stage wins. You and T Galt, in the 19, you guys was racing each other pretty tough there in the first 2 stages. Tell us a little bit about your race and tell us a little bit about your guys' race.
All around, it was a great race. I hit the wall at the end there when I was trying to run down the 12, but all in all, good race. The 50 truck did a nice job tonight, the whole team. Congratulations to the 12.
Yeah, it looked like you guys had a pretty good piece, man. 19.3 is what you're looking at, is what you're listed at for your lap time. The next person to you was a 19.5. So I mean, you had 2 tenths in the bag. It looked like you were really coming once you was able to clear that 19. You was really able to make some headway on that 12, and then it was just crossover city after that.
Oh yeah, I was making that top side work too when the tires were wearing down a tiny bit, but it was working up there. But all in all, it was a good race. Really appreciate it. Really good race in 12 and 19.
Okay. You got anything for him, Exotic?
Yeah, I do actually. When the 12 tried to go up under you in the 19 on the beginning of stage 3, did you have any intentions of doing the same thing back on the last couple laps?
If I got there with one to go, I was gonna do something. Trust me.
Yeah, like Kush said, it was crossover over crossover. I was waiting for someone to use a little bit more than a bumper those kind of in those final countdown of laps.
Definitely was thinking about it, man.
Okay. Well, congratulations, man. You guys put on a good show, man. You guys, moving forward, you guys are going to be a tough bunch to beat, man. You guys look like, right now, as of right now, after tonight, you guys look, I know each track is different, but you guys are looking really tough for the remainder of the season. So keep up that continued work, man, and we'll most likely be speaking to you again here real soon.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. All right, go ahead, Exotic. We got our winner. Go ahead, man. Take her away.
Code Dillon. Man, I saw you in stage 3 coming for the lead. How did you maintain your composure after hitting that lead and holding off the number 50 truck the night?
Honestly, not gonna lie, I was stressed that entire final stage. All I had to do was just stay consistent, and that's what I did.
Man, it looked like it. Were you afraid that he was going to give you the little bumper when y'all kept crossing over on those last 10 laps?
I was waiting on it.
I was waiting for it too, because I saw the 2 got messed up after he tried to do it with you.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you definitely come out of nowheres because I got there a little late, so I got the last lap of stage 1, so I got to see Grim there, so I didn't get to see the first part of the stage 1, but stage 2 you were I'm pretty sure you were what, third? You were running pretty close third, and then on that last stage you were like, hey man, it's time to go. It's now or never. And I'm guessing that was probably one of them, everybody bunched up. That was probably, you were looking at it as, this is my chance to go. Can I get myself out, out far enough? Them two fight each other. I can maybe try to hold them off at the end. What was your thought process when you made that move initially on the restart, or did you just go off reaction?
I mean, it just came off a reaction. Starting on the bottom, you look to really move in off the bottom side. So I saw the opportunity and I took it. But I didn't mean to hit him as hard as I did, so hopefully there was no hard feelings there.
Yeah, that looked to be the move of the race, definitely, with you being able to hang on to it. But, man, what were you thinking when you seen him coming with, 10 to go, or, with him right on your bumper and you guys swapping positions with 5 to go? What was going through your mind?
All that was going through my mind was hopefully I can get past him and just block him, but we put on a show for the fans, so.
Okay.
Can't wait till next week.
Well, you got yourself a nice little. You got yourself some playoff points tonight. Well needed playoff points. Grim got him some playoff points as well. And T Galt, he got himself a good top 3. You guys all 3 did it very well. With the, just like I asked these other guys, how do you feel about your chances moving forward this season with the trucks being split up like an East-West series?
I mean, all I can think of is it's going to be tough, but if we keep running like we are, we're going to be up there with them.
Okay. Well, I appreciate all 3 of you guys for coming in and speaking with us. And, yeah, man, you guys, like I said, pat yourselves on the back because you guys put on one heck of a show. I mean, it was crossover after crossover. I didn't know if we were watching NASCAR or if we were watching a basketball game. So congratulations to you top 3, man. You guys really put on a great show. That whole group, you guys did well. So, yeah, it was fun to watch, fun to call, and yeah, we're getting ready to go watch these A boys. So yeah, sit back. You guys are done. Now we can go watch and see what Group A does. So.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Rest, everyone.
All right, boys. All right, so it looks like we're gonna pause for a minute while we wait on invites to the next race for A group. I don't have the list here in front of me, Apex, but
Yeah, I don't have it either.
Let me look. I might have it. Actually, I do, I believe. Let me look. Let me scroll up through here. I may have. But anyways, yeah, so what was the most exciting part for you of that race? Was it the chase down, or was it the crossovers over and over and over again?
I gotta admit, the crossovers were the best part of the race because you don't know if they're going to take each other out, like accidentally or intentionally. But them two fighting for the lead towards those last couple laps, those were really entertaining to me. It was actually climbing me out of my seat a little bit just to see who's actually going to win this, take this checker flag home.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're waiting, so I guess we'll just sit tight here. Everybody, who's watching, appreciate you guys for tuning in. White Knuckle Racing, Truck Series. We got Group B just finished up. We're waiting on Group A. I believe they're probably qualifying at the moment, and so we'll get an invite and we'll head to the track again to give you guys some more live coverage. So just hang tight, everybody, and I'm hearing an echo. I heard an echo right there, so
That must have been on your end.
yep, it was on my end. Yep. So all right, well, yep, so that's that. I believe we're racing this Thursday. Cup Series will be at Indianapolis.
That's going to be one nice of a show right there. That is a tough track to do.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's another track. It's tough to race, especially in the curves. I mean, you can do it too wide and whatnot. You're going to have guys racing tough and hard regardless of which track we go to, but it's one of them tracks that it's like a preferred line almost, and if you miss your mark, you're going to be up into that fence. You get too low in on entry, you're going to hit the apron, which we like to call the butter, and it's going to probably get you into the grass and get you shot back up the track that way as well. So what do you think about Indy?
Indy, like you said, you have to make your mark. Like you have to have perfect marks around the track where you're going to hit the fence, but also maintaining speed and making sure you're not getting loose off of I'll say 2 and 4, because I know there's at least a handful of drivers that I've seen that actually get loose off of 4 and head off into the pit road accidentally or coming back up and causing the big one at Indy. But I want to ask you something. Even though you're in the race, who do you think's gonna be kissing the bricks afterwards?
I mean, you got a lot of good race car drivers. In A. If I had to pick someone other than myself, I mean, there's so many. I mean, the talent it's stacked over there. So I mean, you got Marcus E. Dub. He was the #1 overall draft pick. He probably ranked #1 driver, I would say, probably statistically in the league. You got Coach Matt. You got Me, you got Dan the Man. He's solid race car driver. Same thing with Me. He's always fast. You got Ridge Rat. Ridge Rat's a top driver. He's always tough no matter which track you go to.
Right.
Pins. Man, there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of other captains. Jay Cuz. I mean, I believe Jay Cuz, he won at Richmond. So Jay Cuz, may end up being a factor. I haven't practiced much with the group, so I'm not sure exactly, what the speeds are of everybody. But if I had to guess, and just pick a driver right now off the top of the head, I'd probably have to go with probably Pens. Pens would probably be the strongest. We raced there last week, and he had a heck of a car in this other league we run in. So. I'd probably pick the 43 of Pens. And if I
did notice at the beginning of the season he was driving to 42.
Yeah. How
come he switched to the 43?
We dropped the 42 car with I think he liked the 43 a little bit better was one of the things. But we had an option in the beginning of the year on what cars we wanted to run, and nobody's in the one. So we're not sure if we're bringing back the 42 or the one, but he wanted the 43, so that's, we give him what he wanted. So
That's it. I didn't catch on until halfway through the race that he did change numbers.
so yeah, I mean, we all know what happened with Larson. There's no, it's not a big secret and everything, but
I say everybody say something stupid.
yeah, everybody
Live or off the air.
Everybody said some crazy stuff, but it wasn't necessarily that was the reason why he changed numbers. I think he's always liked the 43. Plus, I run the 43 in another league, so it's kind of cool to have that 43 in our stable. Richard Petty, got the King's car running around the track. I think it should be running around the track. With all the iconic cars that we have on the track week in and week out, you got the 3, you got the 2, you got now the 43 and the 21 of the Wood Brothers. How could we forget that, and there's other numbers as well, 24, 88, so on, what have you. But when you think of like NASCAR history, the 21, the 3, and the 43 are the 3 cars that come to mind.
3 well-known. Yeah, 3 well-known cars.
Yeah, so. But, yeah, so I'm not sure. Let's see. Getting some here. Let's see. Okay, so we're having a little technical difficulties down there getting everybody into the room, so it's looking like we're gonna be waiting. He said 9 o'clock sharp, and we're about 2 minutes past that.
After.
So looking like they're waiting to get one guy in, and then we'll be able to call some racing.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So let's see. What did we miss? Did we miss anything? We definitely gotta preach this again. I'm not sure who this is open to. Have to ask Ridge. I believe anybody can show up to this demolition derby tomorrow at Bristol, 9 Eastern. Anybody. So if you guys, anybody who's watching now, if you guys got friends or people who are interested in running in this thing, man, get a hold of the Ridge Rat on PSN, and just let them know you guys are interested, or get a hold of him on White Knuckle Racing on Facebook, and then you got whiteknuckleracing.net. That's the website. And so if you want to see where everybody is in points and how the standings and everything, and you just want to keep up with the series and your favorite driver or a driver you're tracking, that's where you go. whiteknuckleracing.net. So yeah. Ridge Rat's over, or not Ridge, but sorry, Exotic Apex is over there on Twitch. What's your info over there, just in case somebody missed it?
I say my Twitch is exotic EXOTIK_APEX. Just one X, not the 2 X's that people see me online with. I stream every Thursday night. Now it's going to be looking like a Tuesday night as well for these guys.
Well, that's what happens when you're good, man. And then people need you or want you. There's a demand, and there is a demand right now for commentators. A lot of people want to race, and racing is, it's cool, it's fine. And, it was a little tough for me when I first got started. I didn't, it was kind of weird thing, but it's a little easier when you got 2 people in the booth. You can bounce stuff off each other and what have you. But, it's tough when you're a one-man show, so...
I gotta admit, that first week was a little tough, but I tried to make it interesting as much as I can. I tried.
Yeah, try to keep yourself entertained, and so they're qualifying now. I'm hearing they're qualifying now, so I'm gonna guess about another 5. So we're looking about 9:10, 9:15. We'll probably drop the green flag if we have no more connection issues. So we're able to bring you guys some more live action here within the next 5-10 minutes, give or take.
We got Coach Matt in the chat right now. He said Group B racing was looking pretty good. He's excited for Group A. He's ready to see some more action.
Well, yeah, you got to remember too. A lot of these, like Coach Matt, he's the owner over there at Hendrick. He's team captain and owner, so he's down two drivers, and so he's scouting right now. He's looking at these guys, and he's biting at the chomp. He's licking his lips. He's going, man, which one of these guys would look good in my 9 car? No, I'm just kidding. He runs the 9, but which one of these guys would look good in the 24 or? I think Marcus is in the 88. So yeah, I think 24 would probably be the number, because I'm guessing they're going to keep it at 3 drivers for now until next season. So I believe he's got one position up over there. I could be wrong.
I thought he had Code Dillon YT. He was in the 48. That spot just opened up, didn't it?
Yeah, 48's open, and I want to say the 24 is open as well, but I could be wrong on that one, so don't quote me. I don't want to go saying something that's not true.
Yeah, because I see that Dylan JD 42 is driving the 24 car.
Okay, so Dylan JD. So yeah, so Dylan's in the 24. So yeah, so you got Marcus and Dylan, but either way, just to get back to, so we don't get too far off subject. Yeah, you got a lot of owners in general who are watching these groups, and they have a alliance with some of these truck drivers. Like we have at Ganassi an alliance with the 32 truck, and the 32's won the last 2 races. Now that we split them up, we have the 12 truck won tonight, and we'll have to find out who wins in Group A. You got young boy Terrell in there. You got Ray Paul. You got who else is in there? Spitfires over there. I'm just naming a few that I know off the top of my head. I know there's more. I'm sorry, guys. Forgive me. But yeah, so each one of them guys, if they do well, we may see them, like I said, week 5. This is week 3, so in 2 more weeks, we may see them in the Xfinity Series, and then this truck series will fill up again. You'll have your truck regulars that are going to run for a championship, and then you'll have other guys that may say, hey, you know what, man? This truck stuff's too easy. Let me move up. This is more, my pace, because there is a skill gap. You know what I'm saying? Each level, there's a skill gap, and some guys are ready for Cup, and some guys weren't. Some guys are in between. They're a lot better than, their skill set is better than the truck series, maybe, possibly. We got some good guys down there right now, but there's a couple that stick out, and you go, man, yeah, he could probably drive a Cup car, but he may not have the experience and be ready, the seat time. So what we're doing is giving them that shot at running Xfinity. But each one of us owners have affiliations with each series. We have cars, and we offer these guys rides. So going back to the Coach Matt thing, he's definitely out here scouting. Same, I don't know if Meesme is, because his team's loaded over there. They're loaded. They had a really good draft. So but I would say anybody else who is not RCR, they're probably looking right now, especially if they're down a driver. So
right. But no, what if we got a selection of drivers that, if they're in the truck series now and they're capable of driving the Cup car, but they want to stay in trucks? Is that possible? Become a Ron Hornaday of the trucks.
I believe that's something that will be a possible deal later on down the road. I'm not sure 100%. I'm guessing because we had a couple guys like Pens. Pens, he's obviously a Cup driver, but he did well the first week, and then the rule came out. Well, Cup guys can't run down, which makes sense. You don't want you don't want guys like Kyle Busch coming down there and stealing all the wins from the younger drivers and hurting or killing their confidence, or what they may have had, or confidence that they may have had, I should say, by coming down and running with them and beating them week in and week out. It's kind of like why run? They lose interest in it. I feel like doing it this way, these drivers have more reason to run each week. You know, hey man, I did good this week. I have a shot at, maybe I can win next week too. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the other thing that's cool about when you split the groups up. It's just gonna make the competition better. It's gonna, you know, because you're gonna have guys in B trying to figure out what the guys in A are doing, and vice versa. And you know, they're gonna be paying attention to, well, who's got the points lead over there, who's got the most wins, all these type of things. So it just brings in different elements, and like I said, it shortens down the field too, and that should cut out, you know, the cautions, and we shouldn't have as many upset. You're gonna have upset drivers regardless. Every race,
Right.
Someone's not gonna be happy, because if you got, I don't care if you got 15 drivers on the track, they all want to win, and only one driver gets to win. You know, so that's the big thing. And the other thing is too, I don't know if you know this or not, but in the truck series, the only person that gets stage points is the winner. So each stage, when you win, I believe it's 5 points. So our stage our Grim, he won 2 stages tonight. He gained 10 points. So even though he finished behind the race winner, he gets that race win, but he actually outpointed him tonight. So that's another thing you want to look at. So stage wins mean more than ever now than they ever have ever before. You know what I'm saying? And this is a new league, but you know, from what we're used to, from where we come from, the points mean so much more, because you know, in our over there at Mid-Atlantic, we'll run, you know, top 10 get points or top 5 get points in a stage, and we keep track of that. Over here, you got to win. Plain and simple, you just got to win. You got to get it done. So,
I believe that was going through Code Dillon's head at the moment when he went up under it, because he's like, I need a win to at least get almost the same amount of points as Grim Reaper.
Yeah, it gives a little extra incentive to guys to practice and really work hard, because if they're not running in any other leagues than this one, you know, you got one track per week. You just work on it, man. You work hard. You know, of course it's sliders, so, but still, I mean, you could find the right slider, find the right tire pressures, some wedge and some tape, and you could be flying. And that's the difference between, you know, first and last, man. Really, to be honest with you, you know. And if you're running in a group of, you know, you got 10 guys on the track, I mean, all you got to do is be better than 9 of them.
Exactly.
You know, so.
But I know you see the message too. Here's the qualifying order, but
yeah,
I don't see no qualifying order.
Yeah, we're still waiting. I didn't get an invite yet for the next race, so we'll see. We'll see how. Like I said, we might be a little behind. Trying to get everybody in is what it's looking like for the time being.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my new system set up, because doing this on my phone wants to glitch out, because it's starting new streams or watching new streams on Facebook Messenger, showing up new messages when I don't want to see them. Oh man.
Well, you know, we all start somewheres. I got the Elgato, and I got a lot of different things, you know, for the streaming, but you know, personally, I've been doing it for a few seasons. I'm trying to get back to the racing part, but you know, I don't mind commentating either. It's fun, and when you call races like the race we just seen, it makes it all that much more worth it too. So,
Right.
So yeah, man, it's looking like we got Dylan, JD42, Terminatrix, Pender, D-Blood, Steve-O Burns Red, Spitfire, Ray Paul, CJ Allen, Young Boy Terrell. I'm looking here. Yeah, that's gonna round out our field. It's looking like they got, I want to say they got 12 in this round here. So
I'm thinking 12.
yeah, did you get an invite? I did not get an invite. So. Ski Mask Leezy is the other one. That was the number. That was the other name I did not see. He was very quick. I'm being told. So, that is awesome. So that's looking like our field. Yeah, we definitely need an invite into this race so we can call it for you boys. There it is. D Blood, hit me with the invite. Yep, just let us know, Ridge, when you guys are counting down, and we'll join in for you, boys. So just hang tight, everybody. I'll get you one as soon as I pop in there, man. I'm waiting just to see, kind of just a waiting game for us. Just waiting to see. Yeah, that's pretty quick. Well, I mean, that's about as fast as Grim. Grim ran some pretty good.
Yeah, Grim ran a 3.76.
Yeah, so Grim's right there. They're in the same ballpark, and that's what I was saying. You see how it's not just one-sided. They got guys in A and in B that can run the same lap times, and that's what I'm saying. It's split up equally. There isn't no A like, oh, this is the better group and B's a lesser group. It's the talent is spread thick. I mean, he could have called it something different. Oh, he said join in now, so I'm joining. Okay, so I'm going to join in, and I'm going to send you an invite. And we're going to watch these boys. This is going to be, I have a feeling this is going to be another exciting race. So let me invite you in here. Shouldn't take but a second. There you go. And before I load in, I'll make sure that you're able to accept that and get in there.
I'm in.
Okay. Now we're gonna
watch these boys go around this track.
So my guess would be, I'm not sure, but I know Ray Paul. He won last week's truck race at Richmond, with Young Boy Terrell and Jose close behind him. Interesting to see how all three of them guys tonight. I'm interested in seeing that. Ski Mask Leezy, he's looking like he's going to be the guy to beat. Yes, so.
Because he was the only one who can get that high of a speed or time.
Ooh, that 13 shot in there.
Yeah, he shot right in there as soon as I loaded in.
Yeah, Ray Paul, he's right there in third, so. The 32 truck, like I said, 32's been tough this year. There's been two different drivers and two wins and two different races for the 32, so that's interesting there. I'll have to keep an eye on that truck.
Ooh, CJ Allen cuts right in front of the 32 of Ray Paul.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you right now, this is going to be a little bit more interesting of a race because it's already battling for second place right now.
Yeah, they're fighting, and there's three of them.
At 45, just shot up in the little camera view right there. He's won a little bit of piece of this action. He's trying to get him some stage points.
Yeah, Leezy's controlling this race so far, man. He's pulled himself to a pretty decent sized lead over the next group, but we might as well just sit here and look and watch this battle here for second because
45 gets in the rear of 32.
I'm holding pretty solid.
So I don't know if the 45 lost some ground, or if y'all ain't ready racing.
Oh, that's another guy there. Y'all ain't ready 31. He's another fast guy. I mean, this whole field, there's nothing but fast guys. The 52, Jay Salinari 83, that was the guy that I got that I did not mention in the
Ooh, he goes straight into the wall. As soon as you mentioned his name, he went straight to that fence.
He's driving the Stuart Friesen truck. I believe damage is on, so if he did get that fence, oh, he's back in there again. Him and the 4 got into it on exit. He's in there. He's in that fence again. He's hanging on, though. It's like Spitfire in the O2.
Now. He's got a little bit of right front damage. Oh, and the left front damage.
99
check.
shoots her in there.
Clears that spot. Trying to fight his way up. Is it for 6th, 7th, 8th? I don't even know. I lost count.
It's like young boys having a rough go at it back here.
Oh, man. He's probably thinking it's Wednesday night demolition derby. The way his truck looks.
Oh, yeah. For sure, man. It's, you know, it's tough, man. You know, you run good one week and then the next week maybe not so well. I mean, 10 to go in this stage, so they're 10 to go right now. Right there that time by the stripe.
You got Mr. Spitfire in the O2. Doesn't Spitfire race for Ganassi in the one car?
He was in the one. What happened was, once again, they were cutting down the field, and he's a bubble driver. He was a driver that we drafted over at Ganassi as a hot seat driver.
Right.
He finished.
And he goes around.
And he's around. I'm not sure if caution's coming out or not, but he was a hot seat driver, and he run good for us the first 2 races, or he's run well for us the first 2 races. The only problem that guys have had with him was the lag issue. So right now we're working on getting him hardwired. As soon as he fixes that, he's more than likely going to continue to be a hot seat driver, and he should be an Xfinity regular.
Right. All right.
So that's what happened with him. It wasn't nothing like a disciplinary thing, like he was doing anything bad, because none of these guys have done anything bad. It's just, you know, we're trying to lower down the numbers and get more racing and less pacing is more or less.
I understand that 100%. But I think that was a little lag issue that he was dealing with, because his truck went back straight and hardly lost any ground as he pulls away from young boy Terrell in the 16.
Yeah, so, you know, we're seeing it up here in the booth, and, you know, it's really nothing we can do. He's just going to have to get it hardwired, and maybe it's, you know, we'll see, man. So we'll see how, you know, like I said, this 3rd race of the year, we'll have to see how everything, you know, weighs out come week 8 or 9, you know what I'm saying, just before the playoffs.
Right.
So well, these are good questions, man. I like them. Keep them coming. I try to answer them to the best of my ability, man.
But I see Ski Mask Lizzie pulling away over 2nd place. I believe he put on some practice laps all week to run this event and stay in this top spot.
That's what it looks like, definitely. It's either that or this guy is a dirt ringer.
As there's nothing wrong being good at dirt. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so.
Especially being in trucks. It's that one track you could be good at, and it's nice to have that.
That's stage right
good
there.
Track to have up under your belt. Yeah, that's stage right there. Was that 5 points for the winner?
5 points for the winner for the stage. So, Ski Mask Leezy, he just got himself some pretty good points. And he's having himself a nice day so far. So far, so good
OMG
for the 5.
Spender. We got the 44 second of OMG at Spender.
Yep.
The 13 of CJ Allen in 3rd.
Okay.
And Y'all Ain't Ready Racing 31 in 4th. And I believe the 32 of Ray Pollock is at 5th.
So Ray come rounding out the 5th. That's unofficial, by the way, folks. So.
Yeah, unofficial. I'm just going by looks.
Yeah, so
they need to add a ticker. They really do.
We got Ski Mask, CJ Allen, Y'all Ain't Ready, Ray, Terminatrix, and
all right, looks like we're going to rack them and stack them on the first
that's
time.
your top 5, yeah.
We got Ski Mask Leezy going to take the green flag in stage 2.
I'm
With
interested
number
in
13 to C.J. Allen in second.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what he's going to do there, old Mr. 13, because he was looking like he was really trying to get around the 5 the last restart. He was just unable to get to his bumper. He looks like he's off again. He's got her sailing.
So we got last week's winner in the 32 with Ray Paul Kids in second place, taking it over from the 13. As he's going to try to get another win up under his belt this season.
So it looks like we had a little bit of strategy going on between these drivers. You got drivers that elected not to pit for pit adjustments because they were unsure if other people were going to pit and didn't want to give up position. So, yeah, it's tough, man. It's hard to make up an inch here, man. So I hear that. And it's dirt. I'm not sure how much the tire wear really is in effect.
But I believe after maybe 30 laps, you still have at least 97% of tire. But it doesn't really change much of the racing. It's just if you hit your lines on your marks, you should be able to hit that groove every time. Like, you have to be precise around the straight. Like the way the 32 of Ray Paul is actually hitting these turns, he is hitting it spot on. But number 5 is he's found something.
He's running a little higher. Yeah, he's running a little higher. I'm guessing maybe possibly. I would guess he's probably running, mid slider, and I would think he's probably got a little over 50% wedge. If I were guessing, to be able to hold that line up there and get that run on that higher side, that would be my guess. Could be wrong. Looks like we got a caution though. It's like our first caution of the race. I'm not sure what brought that out.
I believe it was could be the 3 of Terminatrix.
Looks like it might have been the 16 or the 15. Let me look and see. I don't want to call nobody out and say it was somebody who it wasn't, but yeah, you're right. Back there, you got the 3, the 16, and the 52. So yeah, we'll have to pay attention, keep an eye on this situation there in the back, because if that was definitely aggressive racing or something that somebody didn't like, we may have round 2.
Oh, definitely. And out of the first, Group B and Group A, that was actually the first caution of these races, besides stages.
Yeah, so 1 caution and 2 races so far. So hey, these guys aren't doing too bad. As that 32 gets a jump, he got a pretty good launch there.
I believe he was actually the one running that green flag that time.
Yeah, man. We'll see what he's able to do here, though, man. That bottom line is like the preferred line. That 5, he's not giving up. He's running them hard.
They're running about 2 or 3, 4 wide back there, coming into turn 1.
Oh, there might be a wreck here. These guys are running. It's like one's trying to running his line. 32 was trying to run his line. His line is right there where the 5 is. So they're, it's just gonna be tough, but let's see what this 32 does. Is he able to fall back and try to do the crossover that we saw with the 12 and the 50 last race, or is he gonna try a different approach? Maybe he uses the bumper.
As you said, he uses that bumper, gets into the wall a little bit.
Looked like that hurt him more than it helped him. They're both in trouble. It looks like they both lost their run. Oh, and the 13's gonna get a run on the inside. But that 5, man, he is tough. I mean, he's all over the place. He's hanging on, man. And what a wheel man. He's hanging on.
Must have that little bit of shove actually brought in the number 45 and the number 40 into this little battle.
Yeah, we're going to have, before here too long, if they keep this up, they're going to have, it's going to be quite a few different trucks up here running. 8 laps to go in this stage. That explains it.
They're trying to get some extra stage points, but it looks like the number 5 truck is trying to check out, trying to get his own zip code in Rosberg right now.
Yeah, he's another driver. I think he's fairly new to the league, so I don't have a whole lot of film on this guy, but so far so good. He's solid.
That's the only thing you want to be. If there's no past history about you, you always want to make a good name. First impression is always a good thing. And right now, he is making a very big one at his dirt track. So we got the 32 all over the 13's rear bumper right now. I wonder if he's going to push him out the way to see if he was going to start on the outside of the next stage, or will he want to stay in third place, actually stay on the inside so he can get up under the 5 in stage 3.
It's gonna be interesting to see how hard that 32 runs him that final stage. Me knowing Ray, his personality, he's not that type of driver to force his way up through there. But you know, you just never know, man. These guys are. He's already got a win in the bank, so I don't know how aggressive he will be. I know that 5's going to be aggressive, and that 13's going to be aggressive. They both want to win. So, and
So does a win lock you into a playoff?
I want to say yes. That it does. Once again,
it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense that they're trying to fight it like that.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. I believe it's a win and you're in. But that's also going to depend if you have how many guys make the playoff from each side, and then then it's going to come down to, you know, not if you got 4 guys tied with wins, it's going to come down to probably stage wins. After that, it'll probably come down to poles and maybe points. I don't know exactly how the Ridge Rat's gonna do it, but if I were guessing, that would probably be how it would be done. So
right. That's why we see Ski Mask leading over 32 in this second stage.
So yeah,
for the checkered flag.
Ski Mask Leezy once again. Are we going to have a little bit, do you think we're going to have another final stage like the first race, where we got a guy who dominates the first 2 stages and then the final stage goes to another driver, or is your money on this 5 truck to win it tonight?
If the 5 truck keeps doing what he's doing, doesn't run in any trouble like he did in the beginning of stage 2, I believe he can hold off the number 32 and the number 13. But I believe there'll be a second place battle with 3 trucks.
Okay.
That's my guessing, but it's going to be a little more rougher than on the first group, than Group B.
Okay. Well, we got Ski Mask Leezy. He wins that stage, 5 more additional points. You got Ray, D-Blood, CJ, and Y'all Ain't Ready. That's our top 5 for stage 2. So we're getting ready to begin stage 3. And let's see if that 32 is going to be able to make that run on that high side again. He shot out last time. Let's see if he's able to do the same thing.
Ooh, and he does.
He shoots out, and this time he's able to clear the 5, and the 5's getting some.
Oh, the 5 hit this wall.
Oh, the 4 gets into the 5, and that's gonna. This is a little bit of reminiscent of the last race, to be honest with you. We've seen something similar to this. The difference is the guy who's leading the race wasn't the one who actually put the bumper to the leader this time. It was a guy starting back in 3rd position, and they're getting loosey goosey back there. It is dirt, but man, they're beating and banging pretty tough back there.
Oh yeah.
So Hornet's Nest. All the while this is happening.
We need to get these people's heads. This is not Wednesday night, guys.
Yeah, man. I want to say that 5's finally cleared them back there. I'm not sure, honestly, as well as Ray's run and as consistently the lap times that he puts down. I've practiced a lot with this guy. I'm not saying that they can't catch him. This is going to be a tough, tall order to catch that 32 truck. And once again, this truck's been in 2 different races so far, and it's won both of them. So, only reason why it wasn't in the other race tonight. It wasn't in Group B's race, so it's in A group. So, and he's got the point right now. So, but yeah,
as of last lap and this lap, I see that the 5 truck, he has gained at least 0.2 of a second on Ray right now.
On Ray, okay. And it's looking like he's bringing the 13 with him, if I'm not mistaken. That could be the wrong truck. That might be D-Blood right there in 3rd. Let me look and see.
I believe that's D-Blood 3rd.
That is D-Blood. So D-Blood's he's having another heck of a week, man. D-Blood's running Oh, and the 13's into the fence. That's going to slow down the 4. The 5's going to be able to get on the inside. They're going to be a 3 wide going in. The 5 thought better of it. Looked like he may have lifted just slightly. Not sure exactly how many left to go here. Somewhere in the 20s.
I may have been wrong who's going to be the leader, but that was almost a little good battle for second.
I think you're right, though. It brings you, you know, but you're still right because you said that you thought that it was going to be tough racing, a lot closer racing than the original, than B, and it has been so far. And I'm going to tell you right now, you got, what is this, 4? Is it 4 trucks battling for second? You got the 24, the 13, the 5, and the 4. And don't look now, but old D-Blood, he had himself a heck of a week last week. Guess what, boys and girls? He's back up front again. He's running second. So he's starting to show why he may be a problem this season. Oh yeah, and they're beating, banging, they're rubbing. You know, they're not. It probably looks worse than what's actually happening on the driver's screen. You know, but so far so good. You know, 1 caution in 2 races. Pretty decent.
I'll take that every day.
Very respectable. Like, well, that 32's gone, man. He set sail.
I believe there's about 15 laps remaining. It is 5 truck of ski mask. If he can hold down his marks like he did in stage 1 and 2, he could catch back up ever so slightly. Because he has cleared 3rd place right now of D-Blood.
The driver leading the race is affiliated with the Ganassi group, so, you know, we would be happy if he were able to pull off a victory tonight.
The 5 gets around.
Uh-oh, they're in the fence. There's going to be a caution, I think, folks.
There's a lot of damage on the 24. Steve-O burns red.
Y'all ain't ready racing. He in the 45. He's off the pace. He got it bad. Man, that's tough. Caution is out. So here we go, folks. Caution out. I'm not sure exactly how many laps we have left, but this is going to be about a 10 to 15 lap shootout. And I expect this to get real intense. I'm not sure where that 5 is going to restart. I'm not sure. Let's see. Did he fall back? He fell back quite a ways. There's going to be a sense of urgency on this restart. I just have a feeling. I don't doubt it. I'm not sure this 13. I'm not sure the 4 doesn't. I'm not sure the 4 doesn't get the win tonight, man. That high line. That high line's been tough. Let's see if the 4 is able to clear this 32. That high line's been getting a good run, man.
I don't know. It looks like the 32's got the strong end on the bottom as well.
Yeah, 32 got the jump. That 4. Let's see.
4's hanging on. 3 wide behind them.
The crossover, though. Crossover.
Here he comes. Oh, the little touch right there.
I thought we might see a little bit of this here. And we got 24s moving up on the 13 as well. This is getting ready to be exciting. 10 to go. 10 to go.
So we got the 32 going on the bottom of number 4 trying to do another crossover. Will he be able to complete it? Well, the 13 to 24, they are getting closer than anything right now. They are sandwiching each other. Oh, the 24 goes in the side. Keeps it straight.
This is mayhem. Look at these guys. The top 2, man, they can't figure out if they want to – they can't figure out what they want to do right now. But it's good, clean race, and it's just – oh, man.
It's dirt. You got to expect this kind of racing. It's pretty good, to be honest. Just keeping it straight, keeping it clean, no intentional wrecking.
That 4 truck of D-Blood, he's having a heck of a run.
And we got the 13 going up under him right now, trying to do a little slide job.
Yeah, ridge on dirt. I wouldn't expect anything less, man. That's kind of what you expect here on the dirt, you know. I'm impressed, though. Ray's showing he's got a variety. I watched him the other night in another league. He ran Xfinity cars, and he won the race at Phoenix ISM. So this guy, you know, he's got some talent. The guys, the names I was hearing a lot about was the young boy Terrell and this guy here in the 32. The two names that I know of and I've heard about. But D Blood's making a name for himself, and like I said, them guys in B class tonight. This is where names are made, man. Here, White Knuckle Racing. This is, a premier league, one of the very best leagues out, and it's only been around for 3 weeks. So, I mean, if you guys are looking for some good racing, and I promise you, by the time this race is over, his knuckles are going to be white. That's for sure. He's hanging on. He's hanging on, man. He's hanging on. He's looking, each time he goes by that start-finish line, he's like, please, one left. Please, one left. Please be the white flag.
That's every time I come across the line, I'm praying for that white flag. Praying for it.
So we're on two to go here. We'll catch the white flag next time by.
Oh, the 3 gets around on the front stretch.
Oh.
Terminatrix. 45 in the wall.
It's still green. If he catches this flag right here, it's going to be the race. He got a lot lower on that exit, 32 did, so this is the final lap. White flag in the air. This is going to complete our race for the night. So we know it's looking like Ray's going to be able to pull it off. Let's see who's... Looks like we got D Blood in the 24 in the 4. You got
No, I still got one more lap.
well, 1 to go. Okay.
I say it's looking like the Group B race. Same person wins stages 1 and 2, and a different winner on the 3rd.
I was thinking maybe that was my guess. I was thinking the same thing, that was possibly going to be the trend. Wasn't sure, but D Blood's able to get there for that 2nd position. Steve-O Burns red 3rd. You got CJ Allen, and I want to say that's the 5. The 5 comes home in 5th position there. Ski Mask Leezy. So Ski Mask had himself one heck of a night tonight, man. He has nothing to hang his head on. I mean, he put together one heck of a race. Fell a little short, but definitely something he can build on for the future and get better. Ray Paul, he's back-to-back wins now for him. 32 truck has won in all 3 races that it's entered.
I thought Penn's won the first race.
Yeah, Penn's won the first race in the 32. Ray Paul replaced him in the 32, won Richmond, and now he's won Eldora. 32's won 3 races.
Has seen the victory lane 3 weeks in a row.
Yep, so Ganassi.
That's amazing.
Ganassi truck. But yeah, let's see if we can.
Looking pretty strong.
Let's see if we can get. Oh, let's go look. Let's look at these lap times real quick. Hopefully nobody backed out just yet. Let's look and see who. 19.4, 19.4, 19.5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 8. So yeah, this was a little more competitive. This bunch here was a little more competitive. And again, a few of these guys were supposed to have been in B, but they showed up late, and so Rich just, because they were late, he let them fill in, which is understandable. Right. But yeah, let's get our. Yep. So let's see if we can work on getting our top 3 in here. We got Ray, I believe it was, D Blood, and Steve-O Burns in the 24. So Steve-O Burns, Ray Paul, and the 4 of D Blood. So let's see if we can get these boys in here. We'll do it. I should be able to get Ray in here. If you want to try to work on the other 2. I'm not sure about D Blood. Or I should be able to get D Blood. I mean Steve-O Burns red. I'm not sure about him. Hey. What? Yeah, it looked like it started coming to you there later in the run. It looked like your truck come to life. I want to say that's that second stage, you guys had a caution, right? And you started on that high side, and you was able to get a run on that high side, and it looked like you and that 5, you guys were running each other pretty tough there, and it just looked like you guys had similar lines, and it was tough for you to, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I was talking about that. That's funny you bring that up because I just called that. I said, well, if that 32 wants to win, he's going to have to be a little more aggressive. And I've raced with you. I know how you race. I says he's going to have to be a little more, ready to go than how he normally races. I said to get this thing done here tonight. And so, but yeah, man, you definitely. Well, take us through your race, I guess. Walk us through your race since you're here, man. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we noticed that too.
Aggressive and not cut his nose off, but try to get down in front of him as quick as possible. And I felt like, you know what, since he did that to me, I'm gonna take this slight little chance here to get the lead. Luckily, it worked out. And then we had the last restart, which broke my heart. When we had that caution, man, I thought my race was over. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought, the 5's back in it. I'm not gonna get it. But luckily enough, man, me and the 4 had a very door-banging race for about 2 or 3 laps there, and then I don't know if he fell off or what happened to him, but I was able to get enough of the gap and just hold it, man. Like I said, sports mod over there on my stream telling me, man, just hit a consistent line. Don't be nervous. So, I mean, same thing as last week, man. Keep a composure when it comes to the end of the race.
All right. Well, hey, man, 2 weeks in a row, you're able to get that thing in victory lane. Yeah, man, you're doing a good job. And we look forward to seeing more of you in the future, man. If it's in the trucks or Xfinity or Cup. So yeah, you definitely got some talent, man, and very patient. If you can, if you want to use that word, I guess patient tonight, getting to the front. Patiently aggressive. But,
no, yeah.
You got anything for him over there, Apex, before?
I don't really at the moment. He did run a good race. I didn't expect that kind of finish, but it's pretty good seeing the 32 truck in victory lane tonight. You did a heck of a job in stage 3, getting through all that mayhem. Thank you, man. I'm trying to keep Ganassi on top, man. That's 3 in a row for Ganassi in trucks, so got to keep it going. Heard that one. That's a lot of respect going at the Ganassi right now. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, good luck, buddy, man. And yeah, we'll be watching you next week.
So next week's Canadian Tire, right?
I believe so.
Yes, sir.
So road course, man.
We go from my worst track to my favorite track. I'm ready, boys.
Oh man.
Uh-oh. All right. So, well, good luck, man, and we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you again here soon, buddy. Congrats
All right,
on
guys.
your
Thank you
congrats
guys
on
for the
your win.
opportunity.
Yep,
Y'all
not
have
a
a great
problem.
day.
You too. Do we have our second place or third place finisher in here? We got the.
I think we're both in here.
Which one we got first? Steve-O.
This is Steve-O. Yep.
Hey, what's going on, man? Steve-O, what's
up,
going
man?
on, buddy?
I'm good. How are you? Ran a good race.
Yeah, man. You guys put on a show there at the last few laps, man. That was exciting, man. How were your nerves after that, man?
Ooh, man, my hands are definitely shaking. Congratulations to the 32 there. He ran a good race, and I think the rest of us were just trying to play catch up with the 5 and the 32 there.
Okay, you got anything, Apex, you want to ask him? I got a few more things, but I'll let you go before.
No, you go ahead while I think of something.
All right. Well, yeah. So, where did you qualify tonight? I think I missed that.
I think I was 12th or 11th. I was way back in the back.
Yeah. So you started in the back. Well, take us through your race a little bit, and give the folks at home and get us up to speed on how your race went and how you was able to get up there and capture a top 3 finish.
Sure. I just at the beginning of the race, I just kind of sat back and see how everybody else was racing, and I knew throughout practice this week if I had that bottom line, I was pretty quick. So I just tried to hug as close to that bottom line as I could, and yeah, I think I did pretty well and kept my lines clean this week.
Yeah, you look pretty fast, man. You were coming strong there at the end.
Yeah, me and D-Blood had it in on that 4th turn.
Yeah, you guys both. I was like, where are these guys coming from?
Right.
Okay, and it was kind of with the 32 too. We seen that same type of how do you want to say, transition of the race at the end. The guy who won the first 2 stages didn't win the race in Group B, and I thought we were going to probably see something similar to that in A. Wasn't sure. The 5 was very strong, but yeah, it just so happened to play out that way. And he had a fast truck.
Sure.
You guys were able to get a little bit better finish than him, so you gained some points there. How do you feel going forward the rest of the season? About your chances of making the playoffs after a run like tonight?
I think I got a good shot. Just got to keep putting in the work and keep practicing, and go to Canadian Tire next week. And I know road courses are a real struggle for me, so I'm going to turn some laps and hopefully have a good showing.
Okay. What you got for him, Apex, before we let him?
Well, for a while, I saw you hanging around maybe like 6th, 7th, 8th place on the third stage. But I did notice on the last 5 laps, you were coming up in the mix, and I was watching back and forth from the leader all the way back to you. I was like, where did he, like Kush said, where the heck did he come from?
I was just getting that bottom line and trying to, I saw people were kind of floating their way up to the top, and I was undercutting them and clearly getting by them.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Well, I got to say that it's pretty good to get a 3rd place finish after a hectic race like that.
It does. It feels good.
And everybody
that raced.
Yeah, everybody was real close on times. Again, you had the 2nd fastest lap time. Right now, going off what I'm seeing, it's showing you as the 2nd fastest lap time. You may have been a little bit different there, but it looked like everybody was in the 4s and 5s.
Yeah, I was 19.5, I think.
Mm-hmm. And so you guys were all pretty close, within a 10th of each other. So yeah, man, that was a hard fought 3rd place. So yeah, man,
appreciate that.
Go celebrate with your team, and man, we're gonna be keeping an eye on you now, man, because
I will. Appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
See you guys.
See you, bud. All right. What's going on, D-Blood?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Not too bad, man. How are you doing is the real question. How are you doing? And where did you come from?
Well, yeah, I came from the back's where I came from, I'll tell you that much. And I didn't get a very good qualifying in. I got kind of in a group of people and ended up, I think I started 8th or 9th and didn't. I think I made it up to 6th. being in all that traffic at the end of stage 1, pitted and made some adjustments and was able to get up all the way to second. Took the lead there for a couple laps, but I just couldn't hold it. Man, the 32 and the 5 were just tough tonight, man. I couldn't hold them off.
Okay, well, you had a truck that definitely come through the field. Like I said, we watched you last week, and you were right there in top. I believe you were top 3, top 5 last week.
Yep, third last week, and I think a second.
I think we were unable to get. I think we were unable to even interview you for that race. So, with the momentum you have right now, man, how are you feeling about your chances this year at not only making the playoffs but maybe even winning the championship?
Well, I mean, I don't think you can look that far ahead. To be honest with you, everybody knows the playoffs are a crapshoot, but you get an 11th at Daytona, which I think I was the second highest truck regular. You get a third last week and a second this week. That's a really good start to the year. I'll be honest, going to Canadian next week, I have not even put a lap down on Canadian tires, so I'm gonna have to put in a lot of practice this week just to make sure I can maintain somewhat of a points lead coming out of there. That's kind of got to be what you look at right now is the points, and just staying right there to where when we do merge together, you're at least in that top 5, top 6 area. So you got a good shot at it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's right, man. Well, yeah, like you said 11th, 3rd, and 2nd. I mean, next week, maybe we can break through and get that win. I mean, stranger things have happened, but like you say, if that's not your strong point and you haven't got a lot of laps there, definitely you want to go in there and you want to try to finish top 5, top 3 maybe again, and try to salvage, yourself a decent points day and try to hold that lead where you are in the points. That's smart. And
yeah, I mean that's right. I mean, if I can come out of Canadian with the top 5, I'll be a happy guy, because I know there's some stronger tracks of mine coming up. I'm looking at Atlanta, I'm looking at Bristol. Those are a couple of my favorite tracks. So, if I can make it to there, that may be where I get the win. But you just got to hold the serve right now until you get there.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, I like to ask the guys that question just to see, because, you got different guys. Everybody's looking at it different, everybody's looking at it differently. And so you're looking at it more, for the long haul. I see. It's one race at a time. You're just going to chip away, and let the cards fall where they may, and that wins championships a lot of times. So,
but I tell you, if I keep running second and third, I might have a different answer here in a couple of weeks.
I heard that one. Well, man, you've been impressing the last couple weeks. Yeah, man, you guys are looking strong. You guys are starting to peak. Obviously, like you said, you had a rough going. That's Daytona, crapshoot, man. Like you said, second highest truck regular. So off top, you should have been pretty good points there. You get a third place and a second place tonight. That's a solid start to anyone's season. You got anything for them over there, Apex?
I think you covered it all, to be honest.
Okay. Well, yeah, man. I believe we're going to have Xfinity Series here come around week 5 or something like that. So I would guess if you keep running the way you're running as of late, you may find yourself on the ride in that series regularly. So
yeah, that would be nice. I'd like to run the Xfinity, but at the same time, you're leading the points in trucks. It's going to be hard to leave and go to a whole new series. So
that is
we'll have
true.
to see what the rules are when we get to that point.
That is true. Well, congratulations, buddy. Sorry we couldn't get you in on the interview last week for whatever reason.
Oh, you're good. You got me last week.
Oh, did I? Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You didn't. I think it was Pender you didn't get.
Okay, it was Pender then. Yeah, my bad. But, yeah, Demolition Derby tomorrow, open to all drivers, all-star race, week 6, White Knuckle, women's to be announced. You're going to have, girlfriends racing the cars that night. And but that's going to be week 6. Tomorrow's the Demolition Derby. Are you going to run in that tomorrow? Are you running in that one tomorrow, D-Blood?
I don't know yet. when you're the points leader, you kind of look at it like, do I really want to go in there and tick a bunch of people off to go into the Canadian Tire?
Wise man.
That's a very wise man.
That's a wise man right there. I like this guy. Well, all right.
All right, fellas. Well, hey, y'all have a good one, and hopefully I get to talk to you again after Canadian Tire next week.
Oh, heck
right.
yeah.
We're going to have an eye on that Ford truck, man. You keep on, keep that truck moving in the right direction, man. We're going to keep an eye on you, buddy.
Y'all keep watching. I'm going to have to get a check here from Sirius XM pretty soon.
All right, buddy.
Later, fellas.
Yep, see you. All right. Yeah, I like him, man. Cool dude.
That's cool, dude.
So yeah, man, that's pretty much gonna end the stream for us tonight. I mean, we got Demolition Derby tomorrow. I believe, like you said, it's open to everybody. I want to say it's 9 o'clock Eastern. I don't want to give nobody the wrong times.
We'll say 8 just to make sure everybody's on board to have the.
It is 9 Eastern, but I would say probably be ready at 9 and around, about 8:30. And definitely get a hold of Ridge Rad or myself, Super G Kush, and I don't know. I don't know if we're supposed to be commentating it tomorrow or not, but I would be open to it. It just depends on what time it is because I do have a league race tomorrow, so that may be tough. But yeah, for all you folks that tuned in tonight, we appreciate your guys' continued support. Over here, Mid Atlantic Motorsports, Super G Kush, got a Exotic Apex over here in the booth with me. I don't know who was helping who more. He was asking me some tough questions today, and trying to answer them the best of my ability. Because it's kind of hard to predict the future, especially in a league this young, this fresh. So, yeah, I want to say I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We will be racing again. What is it? Thursday night? Exotic?
Thursday night at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Yeah, you guys go check him out over there on where you on Twitch?
Yep, Twitch at Exotic Apex, EXOTIK_APEX. If y'all couldn't catch that, go to whiteknuckleracing.net. Go to broadcast where you can see the Cup series and you can find the link there. Then come hop in the stream, see the past streams of these races, and also leave a follow so you can get a notification when we do go live.
All right, so yeah, we'll catch you guys next week, and thanks for helping me out, or me helping you out, however you want to call it. It's fun broadcasting it. Had 2 exciting races. Kind of hard to predict what was going to happen on the dirt, but I believe we had 2 cautions, was it? In 2 races?
I think it was
Was it 3?
It could be 2 cautions. 2 cautions. It was on the A race.
Yep, it was in the A race. So, but once again, anyways, folks, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna close right now, and thank you guys for your continued support, and we will catch you guys Thursday night.
Who are you?